You're live.
We are live?
We're live.
Nice. Good evening, everyone. This is Tom Fritz, if you didn't know me, but most of you do. Good to see everybody. I believe it's 7:30. Are we on time? Sorry, we're still... Yeah, we just shifted the camera there.
You're still good. You're still good.
Are we good?
You're good.
You can still see my face?
Yeah.
Sorry to say that. So good to see everybody. 7:30. We're on time. We're planning a 30-minute repartee. Does that word even apply? It does now. We're just checking. We're going to wait a minute or two to let everybody show up. If anybody shows up 10 minutes late, I'm not starting over. This is not a conference call. All right? So are we getting hearts? We're getting thumbs ups. We are good to go. Oh man, we got a delay going on there. You might want to turn that volume. Sorry, we're dealing with some technical difficulties. Not really. We're fine. All right, so I want to get going here. First of all, thank you all. This is a big deal. Appreciate everyone who's in person. We have people here. We have a watch party going on. We have a few people in the pub, Nookies Pub. And we have people on Facebook Live. I have no idea how many of you are out there. I'm going to assume 100 to 200,000. We'll start with a low number. And, if it's more than that, it's a bonus. So you might have heard I wrote 3 books. And what we're going to do this evening is I'm going to go through just the origin of, where the books came from. I've got an order that we're doing it in. I've had some questions already. I'm going to field those first. One of them is, why 3 books? Who writes 3 books? Typically you get, sorry, I wrote a book. Hey, Tom wrote 3 books. You know why? Because 3 is more than 2. And 2 is more than 1. It's simple math. I did 3 books. So, I've also been asked, what's the order? Is it a trilogy? I say yes because I just like the word trilogy. I think it sounds great. I wrote a trilogy. Now you can read them in any order. Really, one book has nothing to do with the other, so is it technically not a trilogy? But people have asked me, what order should I read it in? Whatever speaks to you. And I'm going to go through each of the 3 books where I got the ideas. We're going to do a little excerpt. I'm going to do a little reading for each one to give you the feel of it. And then if we have time, we might have some questions and answers off of Facebook. We'll take the questions and then I'll just probably delete them. But you can ask, at least. You can ask the question. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer it. So the only thing, no rules. I do 3 books because I like doing things different. I feel like Angel and I have always been a little off center of the track of the rest of the planet, which we've enjoyed because the parking's a lot better where we are than where you guys are. So the only rule that I have, do not read the books backwards. That's one thing. We don't want any Ouija board shit happening. We don't want any of that. I didn't write 3 books to invoke demons to come out from the world. So don't read them backwards. But the order is fine. So what I'm going to start with is Stories for Kids. So here's the cover. This one, the beauty of it is Stories for Kids, probably not a good idea. And the reason where all this came around, Angel and I were blessed with 2 amazing daughters, Rachel and Anna. And the origin of this begins with me reading to them. And reading to them every single night. And in some cases, reading the same book every single night. And every parent has done that. You all know that. Rachel was first. And I can still remember, Where's Waldo? It was Where's Waldo every single night. And damn it if he wasn't in the same place every single night. You flip the page. Come on, Dad, let's read Where's Waldo. And boom, there he is. Same place he was last night. And when you do that for a couple weeks, that's when the ideas started coming in my head. Wouldn't it be great, if I wrote these books my own way? So that's a long time ago. And then 10 years later comes Anna. And for that, it was I Spy. Many of you parents out there could remember reading I Spy books. They were actually pretty cool. And you go through the book and you point, and there it is. Anna was such a smart little 2-3-year-old. I turned the page and she's like, there it is, there it is, there it is. And but she wanted to do it every night. And the same book. And it was the same Candyland page where she knew where all the candy was. But the one thing, there was a brown button that we couldn't find. So Anna would go to bed, and I was obsessed with the brown button. I couldn't sleep until I found the brown button. I'd have a magnifying glass. I'd be up till 3 in the morning. I still have not found the brown button. So it just became a thing where I thought of how I would like to write books that kids would never read. So I wanted to do it back then, but I didn't want a restraining order. So I decided to wait until my kids were grown, and I have written stories for kids. There's different stories in here. I would not read them to your children. The age maybe of when you could, maybe 18, maybe never. But I'm going to read you an excerpt. This is from a chapter called First Day of School. And there's some truth to this. This actually occurred to me in some capacity back my first day of school. We have Danny out the window there. Not reading. Is he reading the sign? Sorry.
Just ignore him.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, sorry, we have local people that are just wandering in. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, first, we do have a sign saying, anyway, funny how the first topic is reading. Because that didn't happen. Okay, so my first day of school, we started with reading, and without pictures. What were these things called letters? We had to sound them out like idiots. I stopped paying attention when I realized the letter B looked like sideways titties. Math was next. You add stuff, you subtract it. Eventually, everything came back to 0. It all seemed so pointless. The number 8 also looked like sideways titties. So I decided every answer would be 8, or better yet, 88. Science was about mixing things together, presumably in preparation for blowing up the school. Finally, recess, the only honest part of the day. We ran around trying to kill each other and worked up an appetite for lunch, where food was thrown and teachers were stared at the wrong way. Childhood was beautiful. The day ended with phonics. My favorite word was sphincter, followed closely by titties. Shocking, I know. That's an excerpt from Stories for Kids. So you can see why you might not want to read them to your kids. The second book is I Am Positive. And I wrote this title intentionally because it could be perceived 3 ways. I am positive. Do I have syphilis? No, it wasn't it. It's not I am positive for that. I am positive, meaning I am sure of something. I'm positive that's correct. That's not it either. What this book is about, and I should probably show it to you, because that might, show you what it looks like there. I am positive. It's the battle that we all fight over negativity in this world. It's in your screens, the screens that you're on, your laptop, your phone, the battle of negativity versus positivity. With people around you. We all have people around us who might drive us crazy, negativity, positivity, all that. And then I think the bigger part of this book is the battle of negativity within ourselves. We all have that struggle. Fighting, you get negative thoughts in your head, which is why you can't do something. And the only joke that I'm going to tell tonight, I think it's an old joke. If you know it, great. But I think it really paints the picture of negative versus positive in this world. And it's a joke about a negative boy and a positive boy. And it's an experiment that they do. They take the negative boy and they put him in a room filled with toys. And they shut him in there with all the toys and they wait an hour. Then they take the positive boy and they put him in this room filled with horse shit. It's nothing but a big pile of horse shit. They wait an hour. They go back in an hour later. The negative kid is just sitting there, just pouting. And they go, "What are you doing? Why aren't you?" He goes, "Because I knew an hour later you would all come in and take the toys away, so what was the point?" We might know a few people like that. The positive boy, they go in there and he's flinging the horse shit all around like crazy, and they go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "With all this poopy, there's bound to be a pony." So that, the only joke I'm going to tell, not my joke, but I love that joke because it does paint positive, negative. And this book is written to try to bring people out of that, to show people that positivity still exists in this world. And I struggle with it. I struggle with it, we all do. And if you can read this book and get a few laughs out of it and see the good things in life and the positive things in life, I want you to read this book and laugh and feel better. Just feel better. Because I think we all need that in today's day and age. So the excerpt I'm going to read is a section on motivational phrases. I can't stand them. I hate reading motivational phrases because I feel like someone else knows something that I don't, and that if I read this, my life just immediately be better. And for some reason, it doesn't happen. So it pisses me off. So I decided years ago that I would write my own. I have a whole section, I have a whole library of motivational phrases, actually, but this book was only so big. So we had to pick the good ones, and I think we did. And I'm going to read a couple of them to you. These are my motivational phrases to all of you. Make tomorrow the best day you can. Start today. Yesterday's even better, unless that day sucked. That's my first one. Another one. You're allowed to laugh. We have a few people here. Come on, I want to laugh. That's the whole point. A negative thought can stay with you for a week. A positive one may only stay for a moment. Go with the one that stays for a whole lifetime, unless it involves a blowtorch. Finally, there's a bit of a delay. Everyone's laughing on Facebook about 10 seconds from now. I can feel it. Oh, good. This is personally my favorite. I'm only giving you a couple, because if I read all of them to you, you're not going to buy the book. I mean, come on. I'm not selling the farm for free here. You know? I don't even have a farm. You don't want me on a farm. I wouldn't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, this is my favorite one. I'm just telling you that it might not be. What do you guys know? The next time you have a negative thought, take a moment and turn it into a positive one before you can count to 10. So I'm going to do that. If you guys want to do it, close your eyes and count to 10. That's great. You don't have to, because I'm not going to know anyway. So I'm going to count to 10 and see if you get a positive thought. Just take a nap if you want. Hold on. Now, if you didn't get a positive thought, at least be grateful you still know how to count to 10. So that is I Am Positive. I think you'll enjoy it because I think it's filled with some insightful stuff and just ways to shake you out of the doldrums. And I'd like to think I had a good friend picked it up and said, this is one you can pick up every day and read something, and if it makes you smile, then that hits me where I live. So the last one, which quite crazy, it's the most recent one, pretty much wrote itself. Lingo Bingo, 37 years in the corporate circus. Yes, I've been in the corporate world for 37 years. 15 years of them were at an amazing company in Pennsylvania. The only time I actually worked in an office during that time, called CGI, and I'm hoping some of those folks might be on tonight. Some great friends, some great coworkers. 15 years of that. And then 22 years remote. I've been a remote employee since 2004. I looked it up. I was remote employee 7. Way before everybody else went remote, I was one of the pioneers. I looked. It is on the internet. Remote employee number 7. Don't ask me how I figured that out. But during these 22 years of remoteness, I have been bought out 7 times. I was wondering, when did I break a mirror? I'm trying to think. There's another one. It's also, you can look it up on the internet. I'm pretty sure that every company I've ever worked for no longer exists. I don't think it's because of me, although if you trace it back, possibly. So I've been reorganized more than a sock drawer. And trust me, I have some socks that are 22 years old. Angel can attest to that. So the cover of this, we have Lingo Bingo. I'm not going to get into all the sayings because I'm pretty sure that every corporate saying that's ever been said is in this book. I don't want to give that up, but I will tell you what's on the cover. The cover is move the needle, circle back, lean in, drill down, level set, so we can all arrive on the same page. You've all heard that one before. I'm happy at this point if we're all just reading the same damn book, let alone being on the same page. Hold on. It's not vodka. Although I thought about it. And I know, Anna, I'm not drinking enough water. Get off my back. Anna's my daughter. Anyway, hope she's watching. I just embarrassed the hell out of her. Okay, so the section I'm going to read, I'm not going to read all the catchphrases because I want you to get in the book and read it yourself. I am going to focus on birthdays in the workplace. I have a chapter on that. And again, this is why I carved up my work career into two places. The 15 years were when I was in an office back in the day when you would get a birthday greeting card would get passed around you. You'd have to sign it. And nobody liked to do it, but you did it. But the advantage was in the afternoon you went to the break room and you all got cake. That's all anybody cared about. Nobody cared about whose birthday it was. You just wanted some freaking cake because it was 2:30 in the afternoon. You were falling asleep at your desk. It got so bad, we got addicted to the cake. We were like, okay, no one's having a birthday. Larry just got a vasectomy. Let's have some cake. That was my invention. I was trying to come up with different ways that we could just get the damn cake because we're addicted to the sugar. This was like the year 2000. I think sugar was invented then. So the next one was Leo had his testicles laminated. Let's have some cake. And it was fun. We had a little cake that was kind of... No, I won't get into what the cake looked like because that's inappropriate. But it was... Sally's aunt's brother had his confirmation 10 years ago. Let's have some cake. So I got to say, when I became a remote employee, the cake died. There's no more cake. There's no more cake anymore. All right. I got to snap out of it. I practiced earlier and I got so obsessed with cake I passed out. So what happened is now you're remote. There's no more cake. You just don't get cake anymore. That's the only downside. And then recently, now the new thing is you get an email with this link where you can do a greeting, like an online greeting, and then everybody gets to sign an online card. And then you go out there, and it's all Happy Life Day, Willie, or it's your big day. Everyone's writing the same things. One more trip around the sun, Norm. And you're just competing. It's like everyone's just writing the same thing. I have never been one to write the same thing. So when this first started, I just went with a whole line of good luck in prison. That did not go over very well with HR. So, might have been one of the reasons I was bought out 7 times. But I just wanted to be different. Good luck in prison kind of hits hard and just lets them know you don't care for them much and where you think they're going to wind up. So, they stopped sending me those emails. So, I do have a few. If you do get that email with the online greeting card that you want to fill out, here's some replies that you can put in to make you stand out with your coworkers. Looking good for 50, Sally. Shame you're only 27 today. Thanks for throwing me under the bus on the Johnson project, Willie. Choke on that cake. Couple more. What I'm saying in this card is the best. Everyone else you work with is a dick. And finally, one more trip around the sun for you, Charlie. If it's your last, can I have your office? Lingo Bingo. Coming soon to a theater near you. So if this is turned into a movie, I want Woody Harrelson to play me. I have already been in touch with him, and he already has a restraining order against me. I feel like I'm in a news desk right now. Wait, coming in on the ticker tape. The weather in okay. So where are we on time?
You've been going for 20 minutes.
Oh, excellent. So, okay. So do we have has anything popped up? Like, let's open it up. If there's a question, if you guys have a question.
Yeah, tell them to put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. So while we're doing that, I can tell you we have books here in the pub that can be signed. If you want to order it online, you'll get one.
Right here.
You're right there.
Right here.
You could actually grab it.
Yep.
Okay, so we also have it online at bopbopbooks.com. Another thing, we're going to be dropping a YouTube video in the next day or so. Something else I wanted to talk about, but it would go too long, and I'm calling it Origins and Inspirations. The origin of where my humor came from. Who is Bop Bop? Who is Bop Bop? I'll tell you right now, he's my grandfather. Love him to death. He's the origin of all this. And the inspirations of the people who got me here. So that is going to be dropped on YouTube. So obviously you can get a signed copy. You can order it through the Bop Bop's website, and I will sign it. Probably, depending on who you are, it might be an insult, but it'll be personal. I'll tell you that. So do we have any questions?
You do.
Okay, nice.
Colleen wants to know, why are you the way you are?
Ooh, how much time do we have? Okay. Well, it's funny you say that. That's actually pretty cool because it's my Bop Bop, my grandfather. He was the silliest man alive, and I grew up next door to him, and he's just the funniest guy. I've got his photo right next to me here. Tom McGinnis. The funny thing about that is the people who know me way back, there's only a few that would go, I was very, very quiet. I was a very shy kid, never talked in class, anything like that. I went to college and everything went to shit. I joined a fraternity at Muhlenberg 40 years ago, actually, and found my personality. We have another question from the
Very
floor?
well. Where is the cake hidden in your house? They're hungry.
Good. Well, you actually took my last line. But anyway, no. Well, I don't have cake, but we do have cookies in there if anyone wants one. We bought them 2 years ago, so good luck. Any other questions?
Okay, let me ask.
No, you're fine. I mean, we were figuring 20, 30 minutes. I didn't want to go too long because everyone's got the attention span of a newt in this world. I'm surprised half of you are still watching. Okay.
Linda has a question.
Oh, nice.
Didn't you have hair when you started working?
I had hair before this evening started. Did I? Oh, 1989. Yes, I did have hair. Because at that company is where I met my amazing wife, and there are wedding pictures where I do have hair. I was quite striking. I had a good comb over going. No, I never did that. As soon as I saw it going up here, it was gone. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Tyler Prescott.
Ooh, I know him.
What is your favorite, craziest fraternity memory? Sorry.
Oh, I can't repeat that. You didn't have the internet then. You kidding me? No, the craziest. Oh my God, absolutely. The night I was brotherized and we all went streaking through campus, it was the most fun. We just were drunk as hell. We were chased by the cops.
What fraternity are you from?
Phi Kappa Tau, Muhlenberg College in Allentown, PA, and I graduated 40 years ago Monday. Phi Kappa Tau. A question from the floor inside.
What's your most hated lingo for work?
Crowdsourcing. I can't, it's made up. The word never existed. It's crowdsourcing. I have now taken that, and you can put sourcing at the end of every single word. Like, we're beer sourcing tonight. We're going to beer source. We're Facebook sourcing. Crowdsourcing. That's a fairly new one. They're just making them up as they go. Pregnant pause is a good one. But I didn't pause. Okay, next question.
Okay, Rita.
Uh-oh, that's my sister.
Rita says, I miss Bop Bop. Just so you know, I was his favorite.
Oh, that's straight up bullshit. Sorry, if you were his favorite, your name would be Tom. Good one.
Right.
Good one. I love you, Rita. I love you.
Garrett has a question.
Okay.
Where did you get your passion for writing? Love your humor.
Thank you very much for that compliment. Where did I get it? You know, it's funny, college. I remember hanging out with a bunch of people who just got stoned every night, and I didn't because I was a track runner. I was, well, we won't get into that. But they just would hand, we would get drunk or whatever, and they would hand me a notebook and a pen, and my brain would just go. And I would just start jotting stuff down, and I would hand it to them, and they would just laugh their asses off. And then I knew, I actually feel like I took the wrong turn in college. I got into accounting and business as my major, and I should have gotten to writing. It's just something that I didn't discover till later. And now there's nothing more I love to do than just sit down with a blank thing, just get your ego out of the way, let your brain just do all this, and go.
Finish your thought.
No, we're good. I mean, that's a great question.
Linda wants to know who's your favorite comedian.
Well, it's a slam dunk. It's George Carlin. I mean, without a doubt. You have another question?
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. No, George is, I saw him first in college at Muhlenberg, and I got to see him 5-6 times. He was the silliest comedian, and he was the most insightful comedian, and he has foretold everything that's going on in the world now, and he passed when we were on vacation in the Outer Banks. Love him, only regret is I never got a chance to meet him, but George is my man.
Okay. Colleen has a question.
Okay.
Who won the World Series in 1975?
Cincinnati Reds. They beat the Boston Red Sox 4-3. Big Red Machine, John Contestable, who's in my living room right now. One of the greatest teams of all time.
Okay, Barry has another question.
Okay.
Do you have a plunger anywhere in your
And I think we're going to have to cut it. Does he really need one? I hope that's a joke. Barry, you should have gone outside like the rest of us guys did. You all know the men's room's right on the other side of this pub. That's a good one.
I know a plumber.
Okay. Ready?
Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. I do have something to say at the end, though. I do want to thank you all, family, friends, co-workers that have become friends. Most of all, though, and I gotta say this without getting emotional, and I can't look at her right now, to my beautiful wife, Angel, who none of this would be possible without her, and her kicking my ass to get this shit done and to get this done. You are truly sent by God as an angel to me, and I don't know what I did to deserve you. And I know that Angel says that about me every fucking day. So, if you're, I couldn't look at you because I'm getting emotional. But I mean every word of that. She's just right here.
Start selling some books. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Sugar Mama needs a ring. Yeah. That made no sense. I swear I haven't been drinking. Not at all. So I will close with this. Anybody who's here in Hatteras, we are having an after party. It's going to go on. If you're not here, start driving. Because 8 hours from now, we're probably going to still be going. Someone brought me limoncello, and it never goes well.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to close with this. As we go out there, that's great. But there better be some fucking cake in my living room after all that. Thank you guys. I love you. Appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoyed it. And buy my books. PopUpBooks.com. The funniest man on the planet, Tom McGinnis. Good night, everybody. Oh, man. We did 30 minutes.